I had told you that sometimes I work at night, so I work every night, but I don't always go out and do this and get dirt. I kind of pan my cons and things, but I got an extension cord coming from over here, and this hole, I was going to put them rocks that somebody left piled up there in my hole and move over, but those bigger rocks were falling in there while I was there, and I didn't want to get hurt, so I went ahead and scooped them over as far out of my way so I could dig some more dirt here. And then that part there, it looks like a step and everything. I've been using it like a step. That was where I was drying dirt, and I knew it would never dry, so I'll probably end up picking that up and classifying down 1/4 inch and run it through, because I was getting gold right here. But I'm getting gold in all this area here, and I looked for the brown layer. It's kind of a reddish brown. It's right here underneath. You can see it in there. See that? Kind of a reddish layer. That's the layer that I look for to see if I can find gold in it, but it's all throughout here. But this is really muddy and wet, and sometimes it smells like a flower, and sometimes it smells like sewage, but I've been getting nice little flakes out of it, so I'm in here working for a little while. It's only like probably 8 o'clock now, but it gets dark like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and everybody disappears, and not me. I'm still working. Not every day, but figured I'd shoot the video so you could see what it looks like, and it's not bad. I got that light hanging up there so I can see on my headlights what you're seeing everything with here. And this is where I've been drying my dirt now. Mark, he's still over on that side. He leaves all this stuff out there and comes back early in the morning. I don't get up so early. I might get up around 9, 10 o'clock and mosey out. I got some new guys showed up out here. They got them that Keene 140S. Drywasher's pretty badass, and I might shoot some video of them. They're gonna spend the night at their camp somewhere, and then they're gonna come back tomorrow, so I could probably do some video, but I'm gonna offer them a bucket of my dirt and stuff, and let them run that through that Drywasher, and they'll probably look pretty cool till you seeing that in action. Still out here drying my dirt. It's getting pretty dry. It's kind of windy. Probably can hear it on this camera. Cold, but it's not bad like right now. So Tommy thinks it's cold because of the wind. It feels good when you're working, so just perfect weather, and that's why these guys are out here. That's what's his name, Brian, the petite there, swinging the pickaxe. Joe, I think it was. He's doing the drywasher. His drywasher. Pretty good. Oh, Brian, he's trying to fill back in the holes as they dig, which is a good idea. Respect. Pretty good gold. That Keene picking it up. This camera's probably picking up the dang wind blowing like crazy on me, guys. Out here taking a break, and I spent a little bit of time talking to them guys. I'm up here drying dirt. The sun's over there. Mark's still hanging out here, digging that ditch out there. He takes off and he brings dirt from another spot he's checking. So he's out getting some dirt. I don't know if he's going to dry here or over where he's at. This is where I've been drying. And I'm getting ready to pick the rest of that up. And then scatter that one, make sure that it's dry enough. And then what I've been doing down there was digging the step I was using down in there, because I was running out of gold, I think, down there, and I'm just trying to get that orange, irony looking dirt right there straight ahead. And I can go that way towards the tree, or there's a spot going off right here on my metal detector still. So the test on that is that I think it's in the brown dirt's better, but I haven't found big flakes yet in it. I just find a lot more pieces. So I went over here down the Drywash instead of this way, but here's my Drywasher. That's my pile building up. And I came over here because my metal detector says somebody's can's under here or whatever it is, and I get a lot of hits, and I think it's the black rock, the hot rocks, or the magnetite stuff. And so usually I check those for the gold, because we already know the gold travels with that. So I get gold every time. I got about 20-30 specks, I think, out of this. Not really specks, but little pieces with their own characters, if you know what I mean. You got little characters each little piece. If you're looking at it with a magnifying glass, you can see gold if it's just laying there. But magnifying glass, you see its character. I got a little Camaro, and I call my pieces by the states. I get a lot of Californias and Texas and little mini nice things like that out of that. It's about exactly 10:30, and the moon's coming up. I don't know if you see it, but it comes up right there, real big and orange. Pretty nice. Wind calmed down. I'm out here working, digging. I offered Brian and Joe a bucket of my dirt to run it through that Keene 140S, and I'm not sure if they said yes or no, but I got it ready for them. So I've been out here digging because I was jacking my jaw most of the day. And I got dirt drying here. It's that orange layer, that rusty layer. That one I just spread out. That one I spread out about an hour or so ago, and it's about dry. And I had another one dry already, but I give them this bucket and a little bit more. That's what I got. And down here's where I was digging out my foxhole. Yeah. Alright, alright. So, anyways, I'm thinking that it's above and in the brown layer, because I didn't get nothing out of a couple buckets that I dug over here, but it could have been that overburden coming off the top there. because I was getting good flakes down there. And it looks like I've run the stuff that fell in there. Still some there, but I moved over here to my step because that was the dirt that I was drying originally, and then it rained, and so I already know this dirt's not drying, especially under this tree. The sun comes up that way and doesn't give it too much, so I'm having to dry it, and you know, it's kind of a pain and stuff, but I got a couple other spots I'm going to go hit with my dry washer straight in like I was doing before. Maybe I'll shoot some video of that so you can see that, but for now I'm going to keep digging the way I was originally going towards that tree a little bit. And last year I dug a hole down in there, probably not even a tenth of the size of this hole now. And I got, you know, pretty good flakes out of there, so that's what I've been doing. I'm interested in some other spots, but I don't want to leave my job unfinished, and then I'll fill that hole in to make sure that nobody trips into it or whatever. And maybe 10, 15, 20 years from now, if I'm still doing it, I might come back and check it, and by then maybe some more gold wash in there coming down that dry wash. Who knows? But I did test some spots like I showed in a different clip where I'd scooped it right off the top and I was getting little tiny pieces in there. So it's all over out here. And Mark, he went to get some buckets, but he never came back, and he always leaves his stuff out over here so I can watch it for him. And he never came back. He's right there, if you can see that. His chair blew over because it was real windy today. But he said he was cold, and he took off and left that stuff over there. And here's my stuff, and I picked up my dry washer because we had to do a supply run. That took up some more time. That's why I'm out here working at night. I don't have my fire going. But there's a couple places right over here by these trees that I picked up on. So Tommy's in there watching TV, got the generator going. I got the Christmas lights on. And that's about all that's going on out here on the day after Christmas. Well, I kind of got behind these guys, wanted to take off, so I got more dirt drying back up there. It's dry, but they're leaving, so they said they want to run this half bucket I got, so that's what they're doing. Here's Joe, say hi.
Hey.
Hey. And Brian. Kind of noisy, you got the blower going. So what did you say it's got a damper on?
The backside?
Yeah.
So you can open that damper. So you don't get as much airflow through the front. Blow your gold out. You can open that damper, turn your blower up, and get more spin out of the fan to shake it more. And it shakes the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got that little hole up front. What's that called? To clean out?
What do you mean?
Where you clean out your box down there?
These little pins, so you don't tear up your fabric and it separates the dirt.
Yeah.
Got different settings on here, so you can change that.
Yeah.
I like it. It works really good. I added this because it had a gap in there.
Yeah.
Fix the shakeout, and I added washers to it. Runs a lot of dirt.
Yeah. How often you gotta change it?
But that,
When it backs up into black sand, how often you change it?
so it's full of black sand.
Oh, this is
So your gold
Yeah.
don't float over the top. You could leave it, but you're gonna lose big gold.
Maybe that's what I've been doing, because I let it get filled up and I'm still running.
Yeah.
If your ripples are full of black sand, it's time to clean up.
Yeah. Because it's dancing over.
It's not completely full, but you can see it in there when I'm running.
If it gets down to the bottom ones, then change it.
Yeah.
You can take a vac and vacuum off the top of it.
You see your gold in it.
Well, just to, if you want to see if your black sand.
All you need is move it out and just keep
Yeah,
going.
you can see your gold with it too, like that.
Yeah. Oh, Brian's doing the feeding. Now I got Bear over here saying hi again. And here's the cons out of the Keene 140S.
Stratify.
We don't have to pan it out, we just take it and look. See if anything's in it.
Down to the heavies. Put my binoculars on.
Yeah, that's what I do. Lots of that stuff. Makes it hard to pan. I always got my pan loaded with that. I haven't been using my magnet.
Helps you get through.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to do it with all that stuff over there.
I don't see nothing in this one. One little
Speck.
micro in there.
Yeah.
See it? One tiny
Yeah.
micro in there. Leave it for seed.
Yeah.
Let's try this. That was close.
What do you think that little hole is over there on the side of that?
Probably a rabbit or a fox.
Yeah. Heavy?
Heavy.
Yeah.
There's some heavies in there.
You got your snuffer?
Behind you. There's just one little speck in that first one.
Did you find some already?
Yeah. I didn't keep it. It was just one little micro.
Is that its seed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had planned to give you a different bucket, but I got into that orange stuff really good. I was telling him earlier how it basically was staining the buckets on the inside, and I had to pound my buckets to get it out. It's so wet.
A lot of black sands in there.
Keep them. You done?
Yeah, heavy stuff. Don't let us down.
The big ones in the way.
Always.
Not seeing anything. There's one
Little
speck.
tiny one.
Yeah.
You paint one of your buckets gold?
Huh?
You paint one of your buckets so you know which ones are cones?
Yeah, I put it in my, I got a planter thing like that.
There's one more little speck in there.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh well.
One little guy.
Cedar.
There it is. Yep.
I apologize, guys. Brian and Joe had to take off early today, and I was just getting up, and they were over there working for about an hour, I think, when I was still laying in bed looking out my window at them. And I finally came out, and they asked me about that bucket that I offered them in that past clip, and I told them I had it over there drying, and it was dry. I just needed to collect it, but they were leaving. So I had a test bucket of stuff sitting over here in that yellow one, and they ran that over there, and you can see that video clip coming up here. But anyways, Joe wasn't feeling good, so they had to go, and I dried the dirt, and then my camera battery was dead when I was trying to videotape, so I apologize for that. And I got that dirt all bucketed up, and I did a couple tests off the top down through this dry wash, and got a little bit of stuff, but nothing like I'm getting out of the hole that I'm digging. So anyways, I'm looking for bigger stuff, and Brian and Joe seem to think it's on that ditch, so I might find a spot over there too, but I got a couple on the same dry wash over here that I'm on. Anyways, I shot some video of the dry washer going, and they had already started the blower and everything, so I just took and videotaped it that way, and if it turns out noisy, then you can understand maybe, but I might just turn it down if it's noisy and put some kind of background music on there. But they only found a couple specks, and then when I ran the buckets that I was trying to videotape, I had a half bucket that went with that bucket they ran, and another full bucket and another bucket drying. So I ran those 2.5 buckets, and I've seen about 15 nice sized flakes in the top riffles, so I'm getting ready to pan that out right now. And I just took it out, but I got my magnets out so I can see if I take that magnetic crap out, it's a little bit easier. And here's my cons bucket. It weighs about 20 pounds maybe, full of black sand and stuff. And I'm gonna run that back through my dry washer one more time and see if it's losing anything, and I'll catch it in a bucket at the end. And then we'll let you see what we got, and then we're going to take another supply run and things like that, showers and stuff. It's supposed to get down to 30 degrees on Saturday night, so I'm trying to clean up my planter, get those cons out of there and sort that crap out so I can run it later on a river sluice or recirculate. And here's the top riffle cons out of those 2.5 buckets that I was going to run in the Keene. And let's see if I can get it. There you go. It's not panned all the way down, but I kind of do that, and then I pull the pieces out if I can. But I'll hit that magnetite with a magnet and then see how much simpler it is. Here's what's left of the cons off the top riffle after I took most of the black sand. Not all of it, but I got a lot. I think gold's sticking to it, so I put it in my planter and I'll get it out with the sluice later on. So let's take a little quick look here. Get this camera straight. Try it. There's one showing up there. There's a whole bunch of those pieces in there. You can see them coming out up there. But there's a whole bunch of them in there, so when I pan it down, you can see them there, but you've already seen panning, so you know what it takes to get them out of there. You can see them popping out everywhere, and then I snuff them up, and I pan it down more, and then I snuff them up. But there's quite a few pieces, one there, 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 and some more right here, and then some down here in this sand down here. Just taking a look, and there ain't too much of them moving around when I'm panning it, so it's pretty simple to pick them up. But I have noticed some of the bigger pieces will take off on me when I'm doing it like that. But there you go. I don't know if that camera picking them up, but there's what it's looked like in your pan, and then you get them all together. Let's see. They kind of walked up a little bit. There you go. That could have been in their snuffer bottle. Brian and Joe. This might be a better shot if I put it in the sun. I don't know if you can see them, but there they are. I put my thumb up here. See there? Sometimes the black pan won't let me show them very well, but I can see them good out here in this sunshine, so I don't even have my glasses on.